And good evening, everybody. Welcome to our final meditation of the metaphysical month of May. And I'm so excited that we've made it through this month and that you are here to celebrate making it through this month, the metaphysical and, dare I say it, magical month of May. This is that time during the week that we have the opportunity to share a few moments together, to be guided through the draw of a fun and beautiful deck of oracle cards, and then to take some moments to go deeply into the stillness, into ourselves, to discover the guidance that is there, the guidance that the card represents, and the answers to the questions that we may or may not be asking. It's a really beautiful experience. I'm so excited that we get to continue to do this. I do want to remind everybody that if you are here this evening and you're watching on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, please remember to hit like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube Live. And whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, please just say hello in the comments so that I know who's here. We'll say hello to everybody when we get to the end of the meditation. Just like to know that you're out there, glad to know that you're out there, want to be able to acknowledge you for being there, and just to continue to build that sense of community that comes together each and every Wednesday night to be in the stillness, to spin into their own stillness. I'm Reverend Robin Asha, as you can see from the screen, and I am the spiritual spinister. I am one who is putting that spin on our spirituality that is a high vibration, that takes us to our next level, that allows us to answer the questions that we want to have answered, and to, most importantly, connect with our deep self, which for me is divinity. It is divine. Connecting with our deep self is connecting with God. My dogs, which may or may not happen for the rest of the evening, but I invite everybody, especially as we go into meditation, when we hear ambient noises, we want to allow those noises to take us more deeply into where we're going rather than pull us out of them. Just an invitation, making good use of all of the resources that we have. Before we get started, I do love the practice that we have been able to continue, and that is setting an intention for tonight's experience. Now, this intention can be a question that you may have of the universe, or it could be guidance that you are seeking, maybe a path to open or clarity to a path to open that you've been seeking. So whatever it is, whether it is a question or guidance that you seek, I invite everybody to, if you don't have a little slip of paper, to just think of that, to reflect for a moment on what you expect or what you would like to have happen as we close tonight's meditation. And then either write it down on a little slip of paper or just hold it in your hand and pretend like you've written it on that slip of paper, adding your energy to it, and then sending me that energy as we meditate so that I can capture it all into one slip of paper that I'm going to write the words everyone's intention on. And then afterwards, we will send everyone's intentions represented by that one piece of paper up into the flames to go out into the universe, dissipating and floating around, only to come back to us in exactly the right time, exactly the right space. So let's just do that now. Let's just take a minute, reflect, be as specific as you'd like, but leave room in your intention for the universe to work within the parameters that it is setting to work out with you. So we want clarity, we want specifics, but we want also the ability to say this or something better. Universe, you know what is best. Even when I ask with specifics, you can guide me in the best way possible that may or may not be something that I've thought of. So again, let's all reflect on our intention for the next week. If you write it down, great. If you just want to kind of pretend like you've written it down, or you imagine you've written it down, clasp it in your hands. That's what you can hold on to during your meditation this evening. I'm going to think of mine. All right, so I've written my own, so I can burn mine here. And I will now write everyone's intentions as I do every week. Sometimes I remember to burn them before we signed off, and sometimes I have to sign on again and burn them then, because I forget. I sign off and say goodbye and forget to send these out. So as you see, this is everyone's intentions as represented by this lovely fluorescent stick of paper. Again, we will burn this, send it out into the universe, and move forward. So keeping in the new ritual of trying a new deck of cards every couple of weeks or so, we're going to be using a new deck that we have not used here before. It is done, I believe, by the same artist that did a previous deck, and it is called the Osho Zen Tarot. So this is another beautifully illustrated set of cards. It follows the suits of the traditional tarot, though we won't use it that way this evening, but it does have some beautiful kind of single word themes and guidance that we can definitely align ourselves with. The book is beautiful in how it describes each of those cards and their representations. And I think you'll find the artwork quite beautiful. Again, as the sun sets here, I'm hoping that we get a focus on the cards so that you can see just how lovely these cards are and how detailed and how vivid they are. When we draw the card, and I will read a bit from the book about the card and we'll discuss it a bit, I will invite you to just make a note of what your kind of visceral responses are as we examine the card together. What does the card make you feel? What do the words make you feel? What does the image make you feel? And then, of course, what does the description in the book, and then perhaps what we might be also discussing as interpretation, what does it make you feel? How is it the answer to the question that you just noted, or how is it the guidance that you've asked for? So as I said last week, we're not going to look at this card as an if it's the answer or the guidance. Our work as we meditate will be to determine just how it is that answer or that guidance. So this card is exactly what we've sought, each and every one of us coming into this meditation this evening. Logistically, I move the cards around, shuffle them if you will, and then we will draw the top card so that you can see that I'm drawing right from the top and that I'm not reaching into the deck and using my own intuition to pull out something from the center, but I am choosing from the top because we can all see that card together. You can see that I'm pulling it out and showing it to you, and we can agree that that top card is the card that represents your question, your intention, and perhaps even the group's intention and question. Perhaps that will come out in its clarity. Once we draw the card, I'll set it down, we'll read the book, then we'll go deep, and we will examine, and we will explore and reflect. Sounds like a lot of fun, as it always is. So let us, without further ado, let's draw this card together. And if you would like, you could put your hands up to send me energy. You can crinkle your head or your nose, or you can just relax knowing that I am receiving the energy that you are sending me as we shuffle the cards, as we draw the cards, and then as we read and respond to them. So let's do that now. Send me your energy now, and I'm just going to take a deep breath and receive it. I can feel it all starting to come in like an avalanche of beauty and light and understanding and love and compassion, all of those things that represent everyone that is here now in real time on the stream, or might be watching this at another time on the stream. All of our energies are represented here. Recorded, live streamed. If you're watching it, whenever you're watching it, you are here and present. So move it around. All right, so I think we're just about ready to stop. Let's draw the top card. You can see I'm drawing right here. And that card that we have for this week is this card. So this card that we've drawn this evening is Beyond Illusion. Yes, Beyond Illusion. Take a good look. I'm going to put this card down so that you can take a closer look at it. And we can look at it together as I read and then as we go into meditation. So here it is. It's gorgeous. They're beautifully painted. Beyond Illusion. I'm excited to know what exactly this card has to say, aren't you? So just one moment. Let's take a look at that card. There it is, Beyond Illusion. I mean, come on, isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? How does it make you feel? What do you see as we read a little bit about it from our book? This is our card for the week, Beyond Illusion. We've got quite a bit of reading to do, so sit back and enjoy before we go into meditation. The butterfly in this card represents the outer, that which is constantly moving and that which is not real, but an illusion. Behind the butterfly is the face of consciousness, looking inward to that which is eternal. The space between the two eyes is opened, revealing the lotus of spiritual unfoldment and the rising sun of awareness. Through the rising of the inner sun, meditation is born. This card reminds us not to look outside for what is real, but to look within. When we focus on externals, we too often get caught up in judgments. This is good, this is bad, I want this, I don't want that. These judgments keep us trapped in our illusions, our sleepiness, our old habits and patterns. Drop your opinionated mind and more inside. and move inside. Drop your opinionated mind and move inside. There you can relax into your own deepest truth, where the difference between dreams and reality is already known. This is the only distinction between the dream and the real. Reality allows you to doubt, and the dream does not allow you to doubt. To me, the capacity to doubt is one of the greatest blessings to humanity. The religions have been enemies because they have been cutting the very roots of doubt. And there is a reason why they have been doing that. Because they want people to believe in certain illusions that they have been preaching. Why have the people like the Gautama Buddha been so insistent that the whole existence, except your witnessing self, except your awareness, is just ephemeral, made of the same stuff as dreams are made of? They are not saying that these trees are not there. They are not saying that these pillars are not there. Don't misunderstand because of the word illusion. It has been translated as illusion, but illusion is not the right word. Illusion does not exist. Reality exists. Maya is just in between. It almost exists. As far as day-to-day activities are concerned, it can be taken as reality. Only in the ultimate sense, from the peak of your illumination, it becomes unreal or illusory. So that's a lot. We're asking to go beyond illusion. And we are made aware in this book that our idea of illusion, the traditional idea that we come to, is, or that we've been told or raised with or have accepted, is one of it being something that is not real. And yet, we're also told here that our dream state is the one where we don't have, or where we are encouraged to doubt, where we're encouraged to explore. Our curiosity is rewarded. So it's our ability to be curious instead of judgmental in this dream space, in this spirit space, which is beyond the illusion. So we've got the material world, then we have the illusion, and then we have beyond what is the illusion. And that is what is the reality of who we are. Now, what I love about this card especially, and the way that they've described this, is that as you can see from the card, this is all about going inward. This is the ministry that I work from, which is the divine that we know, the divine that we seek is within us and not external to us. This card for me has affirmed that as a way of continuing on this path of sharing this idea, continuing to remind people, remind ourselves that the divine is within, instead of looking without, instead of trying to get it from whatever we can see or touch or taste or hear. Can we access it with our own intuition by going within? So we get to be the butterfly that flies. The more deeply we can go within, the wider that third eye can grow and blossom. So, as we've done many times before, we get the opportunity to examine what is happening within us, how expansive it is inside of us, and how we continue to grow and evolve as we go deeper and deeper within ourselves. It's a lot of words, but you yourself, having listened to those words, having seen the card, and most importantly, having set the intention, understand for you what this means or what you may think it means before we go into meditation. So let's do it. Let's go even more deeply into that meditation. Let's figure it out. Let's take it with us. Let's absorb it all. So make your nest, get your blankets, get your pillows, whatever you need. Maybe it's your pets, your fur babies. You just make yourself at home with yourself. I will do the same as we prepare for this evening. And of course, we're going to start as we always do, and that is going to be by focusing, paying attention to the breath that always exists. We are always breathing. It happens instinctively, and yet so often it feels like we aren't, or so often we hold our breath without thinking about it. So let's just begin to pay attention to that breath as it enters into our nostrils and as it fills our body. And then as we exhale that breath and hold, again inhale and hold and exhale. And then as our breath returns to a comfortable but intentional pace, perhaps we've closed our eyes. Perhaps we continue to focus on the card. Allow the card to draw us into it. Your way of getting to your deep self is totally up to you. Or you can focus on the card until your eyes flutter shut. But allow yourself to be drawn in to the card. If your eyes are closed, to your memory of that card. Imagine that with each breath you've risen out of your material body and have become a beautiful luminous essence. However that essence appears to you. Is it a mist? Is it starlight or glittering? It is just an essence. Is it a little glowing light? Just an essence. The real you. The you that is beyond the illusion. And imagine that essence being drawn in. And that means that around your essence, you are absorbed by the picture on this card, or by the idea of a deeper self, deeper being. This beautiful essence is being absorbed into this card. We see the butterfly representing outside. The face with its eyes closed representing our interior. And the lotus between our eyes representing that imagination, that awakening. deeper and deeper. And the deeper we go, the more colorful and vivid does all of this scene in this dreamlike yet fully aware state. We are going beyond. We have gone beyond illusion. For as we have been drawn into this card that we're either gazing at or remember in our imagination, what we sense, what we feel, is a sense of more vividness, a sense of being and feeling more real than ever. We are becoming more and more vivid. The glow of our essence begins to become more iridescent, more bright, more shimmery, more vivid, however we've pictured that essence of ourselves. We realize that this essence is illuminating this idea of the card, of the art in the card. This card, as we are gazing on it or are imagining it in our mind's eye, of the butterfly and that face that we now realize is ours, becomes even more vivid as we glow more brightly. It's a feeling of peace and comfort and safety and beauty. All we feel is the illuminator of this card as our deep and most real self is peace and serenity and safety and contentment. And as the tones fade, imagine the face on that card more clear, more focused. We see our face as part of this card. We see the outline of our features as part of the beautiful butterfly wings. Right between our eyes, we imagine beautiful lotus blossom. Right there in the center of our forehead of that beautiful outlined face that is now aligned with the card. This is our open thought. This is our space of dreams. And in our dreams, do we find the truth of who we are? So let us just take a few moments to envision this lotus blossom becoming a beautiful, white, glowing light, getting brighter. Going brighter and brighter. And as it does, we realize that we had eyes in this space. It would be blinding. Because we are pure essence in this space. This beautiful iridescent light glowing more and more bright as the lotus begins to blossom and unfold. Instead of being blinding, it is clarifying. The brighter it gets, the more our deep self knows the truth. You can see this card and see what we've learned about this card as the answer to our question, or the guidance that we've sought. Glowing more and more brightly. It may appear as if it is engulfing our presence, and yet it embraces us, not engulfing us, instead illuminating the truth that is deep within. Can you feel the guidance? Can you feel the answer to the question that you asked for yourself? That you and you alone know. that answer, that guidance, that truth that we seek to become, to be realized, to be clarified, to be a part of you, beyond sight or sound or touch or taste, beyond the illusion is the truth, the answers, feels vivid. The truth feels authentic and beautiful. The truth feels manageable. Something that we can take with us back to our physical body and implement in our material world. Just for a moment, let us sit in silence with that truth, holding it close to us and loving it as it is a part of who we are. And aligning with that truth that is our divine self. As we often do in these moments, these final moments of our time in our spirit state, can we begin to just sense around us, above or below or beside, the presence of the other presences, of the other essences that have joined us. Can we open that mind's eye even more fully and allow it to shine more brightly so that we can experience the essence of those who are joining us now in real time, and those who are joining us as we revisit the recording. In this place, time and space do not exist. We are all together if we are here now. So just imagine where you feel the presence of those who have joined or will join or have joined. In your mind's eye. Just begin to expand your awareness of those presences and just greet them as you do. With a beautiful wordless hello. see you. I feel you. And I know that we are all made of the same divine stuff. In this space, beyond the illusion, we are all connected. We are all one. Manifest uniquely beyond the illusion. Let us greet one another. Perhaps we embrace in that way that essences do. Feeling the joy that we can bring and share and grow with one another as essences. Let us finish our greetings Let us say so long for now, knowing that we are always, always together. No matter what, no matter where we go or what we do in our physical world, beyond illusion, we are together. Let us finish our greetings. Let us separate ourselves. Let us begin to imagine that card again, to bring that card into our imaginations. We're going to return to ourselves by, again, picturing our face as the center face in the card. Imagining it. Visualizing it. Seeing it. Maybe we feel it or hear it. That is our face. Right there on the butterfly. That face represents our internal self. Let us imagine that face. And let us now imagine ourselves becoming part of that face. From the perspective of the card, imagine that we are now in that face, looking out into our world. Which begins to become more and more clear through the mists or glowing lights or glitter, however we have come to this essence. We are looking at our world. We sense those butterfly wings to the side of us. We sense that lotus blossom as it glows. We know that it is always there. And knowing it and feeling it and aligning with it, do we begin to fully imagine those wings and that lotus blossom fade away. And as it fades, so does our body return to its full material self. It just glides right in, or dissolves right in, as the card dissolves away. So let us come back fully by taking our 3 breaths. We're going to inhale and exhale quickly, and on the 3rd one, we're going to open our eyes fully, return to our bodies. So inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. And one more deep breath, inhale and exhale quickly, and we have returned. Yes, butterflies. Wow. How do you feel? Did you sense that card as we looked at it and saw our faces, and then as we imagined ourselves looking at it from the perspective of the card? Can you feel those wings? Can you sense that glowing lotus blossom that is our 3rd eye, that is our imagination? Can you see beyond illusion for the answer that you seek, for the guidance that you seek? I think we can. I think we've had a taste of it. And our meditations and all the work that we do is simply the opportunity for us to take what we've learned here tonight and to apply it to our day-to-day living. Always the challenge. Happy to be here to discuss that as we do. So let's go through this week and let us really recall what has happened to us during this meditation. And let us make note of it, and let us see. When we do remember it, it inspires us to make a change, to do something differently, to become more of who we have said we wanted to be. So I'm actually remembering to do this before we check in with everybody, which I will do in a moment. This way I get this done and out into the universe. We can let it happen. So you see, this is my intention for this week. The answer that I seek. I hope that I get to return to this space and to be reminded of it as I go through. It's going up. Now this is yours and mine and everybody's. Recorded, streaming, it's all here. Everybody's intention right here. So no matter when you're watching this, no matter when you're listening to this, you're going to feel the release of that intention, and you're going to have made room for it to return to you. Right. Yes. As they go off into the ether, thank you for being here. Let us see who is here. I'm going to start with Zoom. So hello to Ria and of course, Sue. Glad that you're here. Glad that you joined. Glad that you have are monitoring our work on the platforms that we're using. Always appreciate the feedback if things are working or not working for you. So let's see who else is here. Start with YouTube. What do we have here? Anybody saying hello? Anybody saying hello on YouTube? All right, I'm not seeing you there. So let us switch off to Facebook Hi, let's see who's there. Who's here? Joyce is here. Hello, Joyce. Mom Wilson, hello. Thanks for being here today. I appreciate that so much. You know that very much. And it looks like that's it for today. But I have no doubt there are going to be more who are going to be watching. And what else? Let's see. Is Cindy here? My friend, my old and dear friend Cindy from college. Are you here? Hope you've joined us. You haven't commented. I'm there. Amanda! Hello, hello, hello. Yes. Thanks for being here. Amanda Hoover, who is Net of Love. Check her out on Facebook as well. Wise and wonderful person, has certainly helped me through some things over the last couple of weeks, and I am glad you're here as well. Joyce, I'm going to say hello to you, and let's say happy birthday to our girl for tomorrow. I love you. Know that I'm thinking about you, and that I'm missing our friend very, very much. And Ria, who has joined on, I think she's probably watching in a couple different places, but I'm glad you're here. You've had a time this week. I know that you've had some things last day I've seen on Facebook, so let's catch up on that. But sending you love and blessings. And whenever you join, know that I'm saying hello to whenever. So whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, I'm so happy that we are here together. So let us go on with our week. Let us take what we've learned and apply it. It's a holiday weekend, so I invite you all to relax and rejuvenate and to remember what's important. Let us send our blessings to those who have experienced such darkness in our world. We may be in a place where we are feeling like we don't know where we're going to turn with this information, with these happenings, with these circumstances. But we are all here tonight. We've discovered our light, and so it is our responsibility to continue to spread that light, to share that light, to greet one another with that light. The more we do this, the more hope we have. We can avoid tragedies that we have been experiencing over the last how many years of gun violence and other violence, and not connecting in the way that we know that we really are connected. Let us continue to be that light, everyone. And with that, let us continue to be the upbeat sharers of that light. Go forth, be you, be the best you can be. Glow brightly, and always look beyond illusion. Have a good night. I love you all so much, and I'll see you here next week.